Where do you put your hydrofoil on your board? I'm Cole, and I'm going to walk you through that answer today. If you're new to wake foiling, I want you to put the foil all the way in the back of the board. Yep, just throw it all the way in the back of the board. Don't worry about the numbers on the bottom of the board. Just get the foil to the back and leave it there. For your first few rides, don't worry about moving the foil around. You can move your stance around instead. Let me show you how that works. Now that we got our foil to the back of the board in the best possible place for beginner riders, let's talk about why we can leave the foil in the back of the board and not worry about moving our foil around. The ideal stance puts our back foot just in front of the mast, pretty much over the front wing of the hydrofoil, and our front foot shoulder width apart compared to our back foot. Now, if we were to move our stance farther forward on the board, we'd be putting our weight in front of the hydrofoil, in front of that front wing, and it's gonna cause the board to ride something like this. It's gonna be really hard to get the board out of the water, because again, our weight is in front of the foil. Now, on the contrary, let's say we move our stance to the tail of the board. Now our weight is behind the hydrofoil. It's gonna cause the foil to ride something like this. The foil isn't gonna wanna stay in the water. It's gonna wanna rise, and it'll probably cause you to fall. So to avoid submarining the board, keeping it in the water, and to avoid launching it out of the water, we wanna make sure our stance has our back foot just in front of the mast, right over that front wing, and our front foot is shoulder width apart from that back foot. Now let's talk about some techniques if someone's having trouble getting the foil out of the water or keeping it in the water if they have their stance in this balance position that we talked about. For larger riders, they may have to move their stance farther back on the foil to get it out of the water. And the same goes for small riders, but in the opposite direction. Small riders don't have enough weight to keep the foil in the water. The foil wants to go up, and they're just too light to keep it down. So they may have to move their stance farther forward on the board to counteract the lift of the foil. The majority of your riders should be able to put their stance in a balanced position just in front of the mast and be successful. But again, for those larger riders, they want to make sure that they put their stance towards the back of the board, and smaller riders need to make sure that they put their stance in front of the board. If you have any other questions about wake foiling, feel free to check out some of the other videos on our channel, or you can contact us at MACkiteboarding.com. Or you can drop those questions in the comment section below and we'd be happy to help you out. But until next time, happy shredding, and I look forward to seeing you again.